Capricorn, how you doing, guys? So what I decided that I'm going to do is something different. So we're going to look at the hidden truth, what's in the shadows, any messages, and then messages of closure for any of you that are caught in the same hell loop, doing the same thing with the same person. Sarah, Steve, Sassy, Sandra, Casano, Casino, gambling, addict, drug addict, maybe someone taking drugs. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to go, instead of going around in a loop, okay, these are going to be for the people that are looking for closure or hidden truth or anything like that. And then on the other side, when I go out of Patreon, that is going to be for the people that are looking more for single vibes, or what your next partner is going to be when you go into a different relationship with a new person, what that is going to be and who that's going to be and what that's going to look like. Okay, so for any of you who are going through the same thing with the same person or Steve, okay, let's have a look at what you've got coming up. Any messages that what Spirit want you to be aware of the energy that is around you. So, for Capricorn, don't forget Capricorn very quickly. You can watch this as Capricorn or Gemini or a Life Path 6. Even if you don't have Gemini in your chart, you can also watch the Gemini readings because of the numerology of two major arcana cards of Gemini and Capricorn that are actually both major arcana 6s. Okay, so you can watch other readings if you wish. It doesn't matter if it's the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. You can still watch, you know, if you've got Capricorn Rising, still watch Gemini readings, okay? But it's up to you. So I'm also hearing alchemy, Natalie, Natta, talking to someone quite a lot. Charlotte also. Charlotte's Web, caught in a trap. Jarvis Cocker. No, let's just get on. So, any messages that you want Capricorn to be aware of that is around them, any energy that is around Capricorn, any messages of energy that is around Capricorn for them to look out for. For Scorpio or Aries, maybe. Okay, so I know more than what you think. Okay, so someone's doing a load of research on a person and they know more than what you think. They know more about you than what you think here. Okay, if you're really inquisitive and you're kind of like, Capricorn, what should they be aware of in their environment of energy that is around? I do wish you well. Okay, so it's kind of like this. I know more than what you think, you know. I do realise that half of it is your fault, but I do wish you well if you do not want to speak, or you do want to, if you don't want to actually reconcile and you don't want to talk, then I do wish you well and I will go my own way. But there is a chance of maybe reconciliation where it looks as if it's kind of like, look, I know more than what you think. I'm not stupid. Okay, I know that we have a connection, blah blah blah, all of these kind of things. And if that is not what you want and you don't see me that way, then I do wish you well and I'm on my way. Okay, let's see. Unless you're dealing with the Piscean energy, because they had kind of an energy like that as well in their reading. Let's see. Capricorn, any energy that is around Capricorn. So I am sorry. So there is this apology that is coming in from this person. Now, like I said, man, y'all don't have to worry about whether you're working on it with someone or not. Okay. The aspect of time and change is whether, you know, because I've just done a teaching segment on this of ticking hand time clocks that all represent the hands of fate. Each chakra aligns and it goes round in the time sequence. And this one is quicker than this one. And these are basically planets like, you know, retrograde and Mercury. It goes around much quicker than what all the other planets do that take their time. Okay. So when it aligns, is pretty much time to either go through the same lesson with the same person or forget it and completely move on. Okay, now you can always reconcile and you can always talk and you can always agree to disagree and you can make up and break up as many times as you want. There is nothing wrong in that, but that's only the lesson that you will know when you try it. Okay, so there is an energy here of, I know more than what you think. I'm not stupid, you know. I do wish you well and I am sorry, but you can either reconcile and we can talk or we can actually move on. But it's completely down to the both of you of what you decide to do if there's a situation that in hands getting back together maybe. Okay, so any other messages here for Capricorn that they should be aware of the energy that is around? So I am different now. So again, someone's saying that they could have changed. Okay, but they see things slightly differently. Now I agree with and against change. What I'm saying is if you're with someone currently okay, and you're in the energy that's very karmic, and you haven't seen any change, then that either takes two things, is separation and quite a long distance of time to think, is the person changed yet, okay, and then you get back together to see if there's any change, or it's very current, it's very present, it's literally brand new of a energy that is like, you know, you're going through the motions with the person each and every other day, you're splitting up, getting back together, apologising, non-apologising, seeing if there's change. It's down to you or the other person to actually experience that, right? So what the energy is saying is that I am sorry and I am different now. Are you any different now? Okay, are you learned anything? Have you changed any? Okay, don't forget we are going through Scorpio moon and also the eclipse. Okay, so there is a lot of things that are coming up about change, but it's normally checking up on an ex-partner maybe to find out if they've changed any and if they are different. Have you looked at anything about yourself? Do you want to give it another go and see? If not, do you want to completely move on? But again, there is the let bygones be bygones, and it is what it is, right? Into the hands of fate we go. Okay, so any other messages that are around for Capricorn to be aware of? In that moment, I didn't really care. Okay, so this seems like this is a reconciliation here, like of an old energy that is in the moment when we were kind of in the midst of karmic energy and it was really difficult and you wasn't agreeing and we did nothing but disagree. In the moment, I really didn't give a shit and I really didn't care. But I do, obviously, because I am sorry. But then if you're not going to accept part responsibility of anything, then I'm not going to take all of the blame. There has to be some sort of like reciprocity of like, okay, I'm going to check up on you and find out whether there's any change or not. Okay, and I do know more than what you think, which means that it isn't all my fault. It is partly you. Okay, are you prepared to change and do anything different? Sorry if you hear a load of commotion at the moment. Someone's just about to go out the door. But I wish you well. I am sorry. I am different now. So it's completely up to you. In the moment, I didn't really care and I didn't really give a shit because we were arguing and you wasn't listening and I wasn't listening. And the only way we're going to work this out is talk about it and see and experience the energy of change and find out whether it has or not. And if it hasn't, you will soon realise that there has been no change when you are in it. You see, to notice change, you have to be in something with a person to know if they're going to change or not. Okay, the energy of when you're outside of the circle, okay, when you're outside of it is when you kind of think, oh, maybe I think about things during retrograde and God knows what else and so on and so forth, right? I wonder if they're any different now, or I wonder about a fish called wonder. But I wonder if they're any different, okay? So the only way I'm going to find that out is by, one, apologising and seeing how they are, or completely forgetting the person and moving on with my life. Okay, so that's what In the Shadows is kind of showing you, that there is this retrograde-y feel to this, of this cycle that could really play out yet again. Like I said, there is no blaming anybody if people do. It's just literally, if you guys decide to do it again, you're only going to find out whilst you're doing that, okay? So that's that energy. So let's find out what the energy of... I haven't used this deck in quite a while, this Messages of Closure, but is there any messages of closure for Capricorn that they want to... that they should be aware of? Any messages of closure for Capricorn? So you have got, I am sorry I left while you were young. Okay, and I see all that you do for others. So there might be an energy of a parent or a mother or a father here. And I'm sorry I left you while you were young, but I had no choice in order to be able to do that because I don't get on with your father, right? So there might be an energy of having to let go of a child, or there was in the past, and I'm sorry that, you know, I left while you were young, but me and your mum didn't get on, blah, blah, blah. We split up, we're no longer together. And I see all that fact that, I don't know, it seems different. Let's continue on. Capricorn, anything for Capricorn? There should be for messages of closure for Capricorn. So please forgive yourself. I respect the time we lost. I regret the time we lost. So there might be something to do with around a parent or like an old marriage energy with children that could have been involved. It could be a mother or a father and we haven't reconciled and we haven't spoken so long and so on and so forth. Okay, and I regret what I did and the time that we've lost and all of those kind of messages there. Okay, if it's a parenting energy. And that could, like I said, it could be an ex, you know, an ex situation of a father of a son or daughter or something, right? That could be there. But let's start to look at this as the energy of what is given to me at the top here. So I am sorry I left while you were young. There's an energy there of maybe splitting up with someone, right? And we split up, okay? And I see all that you do for others. So I do know that you do give a shit. Please forgive yourself and either one, move on, but I do regret the time that all of this kind of stuff happened and blah, 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 and so on and so forth, right? So let's find out what the hidden truth is for you guys. So I've got 11:11 on the clock there for you Capricorn. So you could be dealing with a 4, Scorpio or an Aries. Possible energy of Libra. Let's see. Capricorn. What is Capricorn? Any messages for Capricorn coming up that they should be aware of the hidden truth? What is hidden from Capricorn that they want to know? So you've got, I want to make amends. There's this energy here of maybe working with a person if that's what you guys decide that you want to do here. Okay. So I want to make amends, okay? I know things weren't great when we spoke or blah, blah, blah. You know, is there a chance to like apologize at least and to either be friends or work on something? Okay, I see things slightly different the way that what it was before. In that moment, I really didn't give a shit because of how much we're arguing or was arguing, but I kind of want to make amends, at least to be friends or see where it goes. It's that kind of energy here, okay? So let's see. So Capricorn. Now, if these are not relating to you at all and you're watching it from a Gemini aspect and they're really relating, then there you go. That kind of shows you, right? So let's see. Any messages of the hidden truth for Capricorn? I watch your social media. So maybe maybe there's an energy here of someone, maybe, I don't know, it could be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you know, YouTube even, I don't know. But I want to make amends and I watch your social media. So I watch everything that you do because there's an energy here is that I see all that you do for others, okay? That there is kind of like a very strange energy because it's kind of relating to maybe a parenting energy, but of a mum or a father. But what seems to fit is these ones. I see all that you do for others because I watch your social media and I want to make amends because I realise that you may have changed somehow. Okay. Or it's just someone looking at someone's social media thinking, holy shit, I realise how much you actually do for other people. Okay. You see, the thing is with the majority of people, they block off their Facebook. And I don't know why people do this. Because you hold yourself accountable to not ever being able to mix or mingle with new people. Or just have fun and just use multimedia as a sensible outlet of something. Okay. It's always like, I've got PTSD, my ex is stalking. I need to cut the energy and stop them from doing it. When really you can just block the person's name. Right. But let's see. But anyway, I want to make amends and I watch your social media and I see all that you do for others. Okay, you don't need to blame yourself for that. And okay, and I regret the time that we lost. Okay, so any other messages of the hidden truth for Capricorn that they've got coming up, please? So you've got, I don't want to let you go. I saved your text messages and everything that runs through multimedia, maybe. So I don't know why that one is there. That would normally be like, okay, I'm going through my social media, maybe my instant messenger, maybe Instagram or anywhere where there would be messages that I've kind of given from, because it would have to be an ex energy, because I very much doubt it's going to be someone that you don't know, right? So I'm going to be doing those for the single, but the single energy, when I do for Patreon, it can still come up with what's kind of going on with the present partner if you end up reconciling an energy here. Okay, but I want to make amends. I watch your social media. I've kind of gone through reminiscing that could, like I said, it could be a retrograde moment. Okay, and I've gone through all of the messages and things, and it's kind of like made me realise certain things that may or may not have been said, and I've kind of been reminiscing on it all, and I don't really want to let you go. But like I said, it's either a lover or a friendship, but it's kind of like that realization that you're never going to be in my life ever again, and I either completely get rid of you completely and utterly, and there's no friends, there's no love, there's no nothing, okay, or we can either just learn by our mistakes and try again. Like, it's that kind of energy that seems to be around you here, Capricorn. But going over text messages, I don't really want to let you go as a friend or a lover or a mother, okay. I do keep a checkup on you, and I do watch you from time to time in order to find out what you've kind of got going on in your life, okay? And I do want to make amends. So for any of you that have got, like, say, your social media open and whatnot, maybe you've kind of been thinking, does someone watch that? And I've been, you know, I don't really care whether they do watch or not. I'm not got anything to hide. Okay, that can be checking up to find out if someone's actually single, like checking their status to see if they're single. Okay, it can be things like that. That's the only way I could ever imagine. Because me, I mean, I have Instagram and it is below, but I don't ever really use Instagram. I just use, obviously, YouTube and Facebook. And the majority of the multimedia that I use. I don't use Twitter. I've got it, but I don't use it. I've got no idea how it works. Okay, so it depends on what kind of multimedia you are. But I would normally say that things that have information on it about being single or taken or in a relationship is normally Facebook, okay, or Norman or Normington or Nigel or anybody's got N in their name, okay. But yeah, it's kind of like that. I save you text messages. I've gone through it all. I've realised what we said to one another at that point in the moment when I didn't really care. But now I've kind of gone through certain things and gone over it and realised that it could have been a little bit harsh. I don't really want to let you go. I have realised that there are certain things that may be about me and also you, okay? But it would take understanding that the other person's going to give a little as well, because not everybody can all take one amount of responsibility and blame for the other one. So there would have to be reciprocity between those two energies there. I watch your social media. Okay, there is an energy of like, look, I do wish you well, whether you do or whether you don't, it's up to you. You either want to reconcile or you don't, but the chance and the offer is there if you do. If you don't and you want to remain friends, the offer is still there, I am sorry. But again, if you don't and you want to call it quits, then blah, blah, blah. Okay, please forgive yourself. I regret the time that we lost. It's all kind of representing the same kind of story there, Capricorn. So that's going to be in the hands of fate of what both of you agree or disagree upon to do with this energy that seems to be here coming up for you. Okay, so there's a different kind of reading because I'm getting bored doing the same ones. So now what I'm going to do is, sorry if I'm not channeling all the time either, because people have been moaning that I'm not keeping up with the amount of tarot readings that need to be out. I'm also losing money because I can't do so many. So I'm like, because it takes me an hour or so to channel and do this, and I lose other, you know, star signs that want me to do them as well. So I'm just going to do a load of readings straight up and not channel for a little while and just do the readings for a bit. Okay, so if you want your actual single reading or the conclusion of what comes up of your week of this, whether it be your next relationship partner being the same one or one from the past, or a new relationship that comes up through this week, if it be completely and utterly new. But we will find out when we go over to the other side, and that will be on the silver or the gold tier. I actually haven't done it yet, so I'm about to do it now, but it will be out by the time I put this out on YouTube. So if you want that, you will need the silver or the gold tier that is provided to you. Provide the link below that says Patreon. If you want to join the perks, and it says join for perks, that has certain videos on it that are one or two maybe teaching videos, but the majority of them are all over on the gold tier. I think there's 75. On the join button below, you get access to me channeling the deceased loved ones for you, and also tarot card readings for people that have joined. It's only $2 or $3. When I go live, I will ask for your name. You give me a question and I'll give you a couple of cards and give you the answer. And I go through as many as I can every other night whenever I have time to go live. I will do that, and I will try to do it on weekends as well, so you guys have time in order to be able to have time off work and whatever. So it could be Saturday and Sunday, okay? But we'll get through the month and I'll get all of your questions answered, okay? It's only $2 or $3, okay? It really does help out the channel and Steve's wage packet at the end of the month, because everybody is struggling, I do agree. So am also I, because if I don't get paid, if you don't pay me, I don't get paid. Okay, so there you go, guys. Thanks very much. All links are provided below, and if not, I will see you on your next reading.